Hi, we're Chris and Teresa, and we would love to guide you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill and online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and have renovated a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and sustainable agriculture are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things from farm to needle. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is EweTube.
Welcome to EweTube 155.
155. Oofta. So Teresa just had a, whoa, did you see that? What? I kicked the camera. But I think,
How did you kick the camera?
well, it's right there and I have long legs.
Is it okay? Do we need to check it? Is it okay? I hope not. You didn't knock it over.
Okay, very good. All right, so Teresa just got back from a wonderful weekend. In, where did you go?
It was Gunflint Lake. It was in the boundary waters of Minnesota. So when we were out on the lake, we crossed over into Canada.
Really?
And then, yeah, so it's the boundary waters. There's a bunch of little lakes up there. And we stayed at the Gunflint Lodge.
Interesting. So what made you stay there?
My sister.
Oh, she lined up the whole...
Yeah, she booked it.
Interesting.
So we've been doing trips with my family since Lane's 22 and he was a year and a half when we started. So we've been doing, my parents and my sister and her kids, we've been camping. We used to camp in tents. We've moved up 2 lodges. And we've done this every year. Either Minnesota, North Dakota. We've gone to South Dakota a couple times. But yeah, we usually just camp in tents, try out all the state parks. Usually go canoeing, bike riding, just trails.
That's awesome.
There's usually a fire tower involved, which I don't do.
Oh, those, yes.
So they usually go up to the top of a fire tower. We didn't find one this time, but yeah. So the kids are all older now, and so it's many, many years of memories.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and we had a good time.
That is awesome. That was cool. And I was here, and we had the last week we had to and fro groups of gals that are either traveling through or just came out here to stay and have a little girls' time. And yeah, it's been wonderful. We've met some amazing people. Yeah, it's been really fun. So yeah, so we encourage others to do that because they are having a ball. And one group did the Find the Gnome, because we have this little gnome scavenger hunt where Teresa and I have actually
hid the gnomes all over
and actually cemented them. Yes, so they went and did that one evening, and then the following morning they're like, okay, we're stumped on a few of these. So then I helped them, and then they went and found them, and then we provide them with a little prize. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
We're not going to give hints to everybody.
No.
Right?
Well, they were so good. I was surprised. The few that they couldn't find
We're the hard ones.
were the hard ones. So you might have to
What hints
ask
did you
a
give them?
local. You might have to ask a local on that. Yeah, and they were so close on the one because the one involves the theater that we own, and a pump. That's a toughie.
That's the hard one.
Yeah, and the other one
They're
is
hidden pretty well.
a playground. There used to be a playground in front of the school. Not anymore, but there's a really cool tree in its place. Yep. And then there was a church in town at one point, and it burned to the ground, but there's a little pile of rubble there that one might be living in too.
She's giving all the cool.
Those are the 3 hard ones. So
These aren't going
I've
to, this
discovered.
gnome hunt isn't going to be fun anymore because...
Well, there's 17 other ones that, they had a couple problems with a couple other ones, but they figured them out. So, yeah.
And I just got another gnome.
A what?
Another gnome.
You did? Oh, yes. We have to add to it.
We might go hide it at the end of this.
Oh, yes. We'll go hide it at the end of this. So watch for that.
Stay tuned. Because we've been sharing it in every YouTube where we're hiding them. So if you're YouTube fans, recently. we were donated a bunch of items.
Oh, yes.
And there are some of the items that we don't know what they are.
Yep.
So we're gonna
gonna and thank you again, Jackie. It was her uncle that passed away, and it was her aunt, Arlene, that these are her treasures. So, all right. So here is one that
We're hoping you can help
of.
us.
It says Ridgeway Crafts, Union, New Hampshire, and it apparently
Does
attaches to a table, and then you can turn it. And
Not very easily.
it's kind of hard to turn, and it's a series of like washers on here, and yeah,
We don't know what it does.
we're at a loss on this. So there's mystery number 1, and then we have
This is number 1. So if you know what it is, down below, number
Comment.
1, I know what that is.
yes. Okay, and then we have these. These are similar, so we're
We
assuming
maybe have an idea what these might do, but
that's
maybe
something to do with winding a bobbin, maybe
or a spool. Or
spool. Yeah, so they're very similar,
and
they
it's
have
much
a,
smoother.
that one is. This one needs a little WD-40 on it or something, but
And it's
yeah,
This is like it looks broke to me.
she thinks it's broke, but I think it's.
Broke.
I think it was cut
let me show
because
you.
it's like okay.
It's broken.
Okay, and then there's this one,
Wait, look
which is
Carl, we'll read that.
that says Carl
Aldegard.
Copenhagen. Yeah, and then this one doesn't have anything on it.
It's the cutest one.
Yep, and then there's this one. This almost looks like a drop spindle with this little hook on the end, and then this little bobbin area. Maybe that's what this is. A tiny little drop spindle. Automated.
You don't have to.
Yeah, not sure. But this went attached to a table too. So, yeah. So that's number 3. Those other 2 are number 2. That's number 3.
No.
Yeah.
We're having 2 as 2.
Well, they're kind of the same.
One's broken.
It's not
when you're answering in the
broken.
comments below, say the broken
It's
one.
not broken. It is not.
I
She
think the
thinks
broken
it's broken.
one is-
It's not broken.
Good.
Maybe the little. No, it's not broken.
Of course not.
Okay. Anywho, all right. So and then we have this little doohickey. This says needle ease. It's. I'm thinking it's something to do with like maybe a magazine or a pattern holder.
It's got these little rubber foots.
Yeah. So apparently
can
it goes
set
like
it-
that. I'm not, or maybe
not
you
sure
can
what to
hang
set
it.
on.
Maybe you can hang it. No, if you hang it, then it just
Does that.
drops. So
Yep. We're not sure. If you know what this is,
there's
let
a
us
U.S.
know.
patent on the bottom. I bet if we punch that.
I thought we did.
Puppy, we did. Oh,
Yeah,
it didn't come up.
3730077. We looked it up, or Gail
Yeah.
did, or somebody, and
So-
we didn't get any big answers from that, other than it held something up.
And this is our last little doohickey. This. Not this. This has a
Thread.
little thing of thread on here, and it's got some cogs, and it goes back and forth. Now, I'm
Not-
assuming this is what you did with it.
And we don't know why you'd do that. But
Yeah,
What?
unless this was part of something else. That comes off. This has a number 11 on it. Otherwise, it doesn't have anything else because it's
there's these holes.
Yeah, and then this piece has where the cogs, I think they're called cogs, go in, and then it turns. So if anyone can shed some light on that. Oh, and then there's like a little stitch holder or something, stitch marker in there. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. I didn't see that before.
It's like wired up, but I don't know what this is either.
Yeah. And this little guy
R639, whatever that is.
Yeah. So it's a puzzler.
They gave everything to us that looked like it was fiber arts.
Yes. And then we also have a couple other things that we have to move to show you. One of them is oh my goodness, it's this beautiful, to us it looks like a Swift, but it was called a cotton ball winder or something like that. Flax winder. Yeah. We'll have to read the description that was on it. Thursday, we had a surprise guest show up at Thirsty Thursday.
Of course, because I was gone.
And Teresa was gone camping. And here comes Jimmy and his lovely dearest one, Antigan, his daughter. And they were here for dinner, and we were so busy. I felt so bad that I couldn't visit with them more, but they stayed late. And so we were able to visit with them, and that was really fun. Really, really fun. So he agreed to come back for a guest appearance on a future YouTube. So watch for that one.
So if you don't remember who Jimmy is.
Jimmy Baki was one of the he was actually in charge of he works for Roars, our construction management team, and he was the on-site manager that was in charge of all the worker dudes.
Site superintendent.
Site superintendent, yeah, he was.
So he was here every day for
a couple years. Yeah,
so
and we got to know him. He's a delight, and when he first came here, we're pretty sure he thought we were crazy and wasn't completely thinking we were going to follow through with what we said we were going to follow through. But he's a huge fan
in past YouTubes he would give updates on the progress.
Yes.
So
yep.
You may know who he is from that.
Yep. So that'll be fun to have him back. Yep. And then both of our hubbies. Well, I think your hubby bought himself one, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. And my hubby got one for Father's Day. But around the same time, both our husbands got these pellet grills. And apparently this is the latest and greatest way to cook meat.
This is outdoors. How, if your husbands aren't cooking.
Yes. Buy them a pellet grill. Seriously.
We recommend it.
We recommend it because yesterday I got out of here late. It's probably, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Got home, and here my husband had this delicious sausage cooking on the pellet grill, and he was making a side dish of hash brown potatoes. Oh my.
When I got home last night, I was so hungry, and there was some wonderful chicken in the fridge.
That he had made on the pellet grill. Ooh, Gnome. Yeah, so pellet grill. Yeah, there's even a Facebook page if your hubbies need recipes and want to get on board with that. So yeah, recommend that. Yes.
So we didn't get a lot of questions this last week, but we did get a comment from someone, and she said, "I was just thinking your retreats are like the Viking cruise line of needle felting." So we recently had this needle felting safari, which was all inclusive. Everything is included. And she had recently been on a cruise, and she likened what we were doing here to that. All the food, supplies, education, entertainment, transportation, and shopping opportunities are available to each person who attends, all included. It might seem like sticker shock, but when you think of each item individually, it truly is a bargain and such a memory-making time in Nome. I know I have loved the classes I've taken there, and I'm hoping the Zentangle class will return again. I'm sad to miss it. Keep being your wonderful creative selves, Chris and Teresa.
Awesome. And that is true because we've had folks say to us, "Ooh, it's so expensive." As an example, the needle felting safari was $1,500, right, per person. But you got 4 nights, all your food, all your beverages, adult included, all your supplies. We had excursions.
We took you places.
Yes, excursions in there. We picked you
Entertainment.
up at the airport. I mean, everything seriously was taken care of.
Picked you up, brought you back to the
Done.
airport.
Yes. So when you think about all that,
It's all inclusive.
it was a bargain. It truly was. Wow.
And we
It
are.
is.
Yes, and we are planning the next needle felting safari next fall, and it will be a week long. So
So what's your maximum on this? Because I have a feeling this one's gonna fill up. Have you thought about that?
I haven't. So
You're gonna have to-
I had 4. Was it 4?
It was 4.
This last time, and we had so much fun, and we got to know each other so well. Yeah, I'm thinking 5 or 6 would be the maximum, because it needs to be a personal,
Yeah.
one-on-one type thing where I can help you and give you direction on felting.
And it's going to be a giraffe.
A
The
giraffe.
next safaris is a giraffe. So that's going to be scheduled here in the next week or 2. So if you're at all interested, that's going to be 2023. I would be booking.
And keep in mind that all of the past safari participants are thinking of booking, so
Yeah, so
there'll
that's
just be a couple extra spots.
Oofta. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then we did have a question, didn't we?
Yes. Are you using a phone camera to record all of the YouTube or a special camera?
Good question.
So we do use the phone for some things, not all of them. So this right now is recorded on my Sony camera and with the microphones and it's recorded in 4K. So yeah, it's
As best
trying
as
to
we could
remember what it
do.
is. 7. It's an A7 III.
Yeah. Yeah. So there.
But if we're out and about and it's hard to carry the camera, I don't have like all of the equipment. I would like to move the camera around easily, so that's when we use the camera,
The phone.
phone.
Good question, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we are going to show you the 7 wonders of the Gnome Schoolhouse.
This is number 1 of the Gnome Schoolhouse 7 Wonders. And we have the iconic chandelier landing.
The chandelier is just one of the many
Yes.
parts of this. It's the woodwork, the Statue of Liberty that was donated back to us that used to sit there for years and years, and Anthony the elephant.
In the original Gnome Schoolhouse drinking fountain, taking a bath. Yeah, there he is. And this has become the place to take photos. If it isn't groups, brides.
Yeah, we either pose on
Couples.
the steps, they pose on the steps, or
Yep.
they pose up here in front of the
Yep.
Statue of Liberty.
And this is this area is, with the exception of the chandelier, is exactly how it looked in 1916. So pretty cool.
And this is what you see right when you come in the front door.
Yes.
This
Pretty
is what we
breathtaking.
seen after we seen the horrors of the basement the first time we saw it.
Yes.
And we came up these steps and we saw this beautiful area here.
Yeah, we got to the top of these steps and said, "This is it. This is it." We hadn't even looked in the classrooms. This is it. This is the school.
The one we want.
Yep.
The second wonder
Number 2.
of the Gnome Schoolhouse.
The
is-
woven wall truly is a wonder. Truly a wonder.
It is. It is one of the most popular things people talk about when they see it or when they're leaving.
Yep.
Was an idea that we came up with. We had many ideas on how to make this a little better. We knew that it had to be kind of bumpy to
The
help
texture.
with sound. And I had followed a few people on Instagram that did like huge wall weavings, and nothing this big though. And so that's when we decided, let's try a wall weaving, and this is all done with roving. It's wool roving. And Libby, my daughter Libby, the chef, and Kathleen Gilbertson, an employee at the time. They started it, and Kathleen, she did.
And you look up at it, then you can really see that the texture of it's amazing. It truly is amazing. I mean, there isn't a wall like this anywhere in the world that I know of.
And it fits us perfectly.
Yep.
So we're very glad we did it.
Yep. So the wonder number 2, the woven wall. The wool wall. The wool woven wall. All right. This is number 3. Wonder number 3.
Of the Gnome Schoolhouse. So this wall was just a solid wall of cinder block. Did you say cinder block? Did. It was a solid wall of cinder blocks. With a tiny door here.
Yep.
This is where the raccoons hung out.
Oh my goodness, yes.
When we came through
YouTube
one,
that was. Oh dear, that was so cute.
They were over there.
They were
Babies.
just talking to us. So cute.
Here comes air. So quickly.
Anyway,
So it's a solid wall.
We opened it up. Isn't it beautiful?
And this woodwork is from the part we had to tear down. This is from the
north side of
the school on the outside.
Yep. It's the old fire escape that we relocated to here. And then we rusted this old metal to make it match the patina. And and this is it's pretty cool. And then Teresa and I grouted all the brick that you see because we wanted to pull the
I don't know if you
school
see any brick, but
the old school brick because it was all cinder block, baby blue cinder block walls that we covered up with this beautiful brick, and we grouted it.
All of it in the winter.
It was freezing in here.
Uphill both ways.
And we had one Nipco heater that was. Anywho,
So this used to be the outside of the school because they added the gym in 1949, and we wanted to expose it because it's.
Yep.
And we even kept the
radiator.
Rusty
Yes.
radiator.
Yes. Yep. Because that was added as well when they added the school. This is wonder number.
When they added the gym. Not the school.
Gym. Wonder number 3. Yep. This is number 4 on our list of wonders in the Nome Schoolhouse. And what do we have here, Teresa?
This is the trophy case. This is the original trophy case that was in the school when we bought it. It was in one of the classrooms, and all we had to do was polish it up. And then everyone, the alumni donated all of the trophies back to the school, so that's what's on display here. And this is on display in the edition that we put on the back of the school.
Yeah. Hi! Okay, what is this number?
I forget. This is another of the wonders of the Nome Schoolhouse. This is Clink. He is the boiler. The original boiler that used to heat. I'm scared of that. What if it just fell off? His name is Clink, and he lives in this boiler room.
Yes.
And he used to heat the entire school. He doesn't anymore.
Nope. Just on display.
He's on display. He did have
lit him.
He did have asbestos on top of him, and we had that. We paid a little bit of money to have that removed.
A lot of bit of money.
That's why it looks so nice.
Yep. And he has a little clinker door here. Yep.
And there's more Stoker. His name could have been Stoker too. Where did that come from?
Stoker? Oh, his name could have been Stoker.
His name is Clink though because of the. If I could lift it out of here, I would, but I can't. It says Clink.
Rather heavy.
It says
Clinker. Yep. So they would put the coal into this chute from our coal room out here, which had collapsed, so we had to take that down, and then it would just.
It hadn't really collapsed.
It had collapsed, kind of, sort of. Anyway, and so then it would feed in towards the bottom, and it would just,
I don't know if it collapsed.
It was collapsed because there was trees growing in it.
But it hadn't collapsed. There's just trees growing in it.
The roof.
It wasn't in the best shape.
Yeah. We couldn't save
And
it.
there was no really use to save it.
Yeah, we couldn't save it. This is falling apart too. Look at this.
Don't. That's bad. Stop.
No, it just falls right
Just think of Karen.
Oh,
No.
you're right, Karen. Okay.
Sometimes
Anywho, so Clink. Wonder number
Something.
5. Number 6 is the amazing woodwork that is all throughout,
the entire
school.
Gnome School.
including the steps, the
The railing,
railings, the
around the
window
windows,
trim,
the floor,
baseboard, everything.
everything.
It's amazing. That's
And
number
that's-
6.
Yes, it's amazing. Everybody loves it. The woodwork on the steps, we didn't do anything with it. It has all of the wear and tear from the years, the same as the railing
Yep.
and the floor.
The patina, everything. All we did was give it a good loving rub down with lemon oil. Yep. Okay. And now we have one more to go.
And we're gonna try and get up.
I don't know if we can. This is number 7. 7 of the 7 wonders of the Nome Schoolhouse is the amazing
Entire
facade.
facade.
Behold, from
It's
the
amazing.
what is this? Flagpole?
That's not part of the facade. Ugh.
No. Okay.
No, okay.
Forget that. Okay. Behold the facade.
Which we thought was amazing, even when it was covered by trees in 2018.
And we had to walk literally right up to it and go, oh yeah, there it is.
And
It's
now
gorgeous.
Everything that we thought it could be and more.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Beautiful. When you turn off the highway and look this way, it's an amazing sight. And
Takes
this
your breath
is
away.
the 7th wonder, right? Did you say 7?
It's a 7. Yes,
Okay.
it is. Our question for next week, we did not have a question on this last one. Forgive us. Very sorry. But our question for next week is, what does Chris suffer with personally? And what does Teresa suffer with personally? Health issues. We've talked about them in past YouTubes. Each of us have talked about, yeah. So, what is
Extra
that?
points if you suffer with the same thing
Ooh, yes.
and you want to share it.
Ooh, yes. Okay. Alrighty. And then we have coming up, right now going on, is the Zentangle class today, because that will be Saturday. And then we also have, coming up in August, we have a mobile retreat, which is super cute. Next week we'll show a picture again of that. And
What next week we'll show a picture?
yes. Well, you could, oh,
Can't we just show one now?
here is the precious mobile. Isn't it adorable? Oh my gosh. We have it hanging currently in our office, and every time the air conditioner goes on, it gently spins. I just
And
love
you
it.
don't need
So
to be having a baby,
No, or
having a
anything.
grandchild.
No,
It makes a
it's
perfect
just-
gift, or it hangs cutely in your house.
or your office. Yes, and then after that we have, and I think you have a number of folks signed up for this, but I am so surprised there's still room in this one. It is the hanging plant retreat. It is so cool. You get to weave a basket, then you get to macrame a hanger, and then you get to felt a plant. It's the coolest thing ever.
It's all made by you.
Ah.
And it's very pretty when you're done.
And you don't even have to water the goofy thing afterwards. It will never die on you. It's so cool. So cool.
So if you
Yeah.
have any questions about fiber arts,
And there's-
any
yeah,
fiber
and-
animals, raising fiber animals, the Gnome
Comment
Schoolhouse, the Gnome
We will
University,
answer them to the best of our ability.
we would love to answer them. You can ask them in the comment section below, and you can answer the question we just asked you in the comment section below, and then you'll be put in for a drawing for a prize.
Yep. Absolutely. And also watch for the placement of Gnome number 21. Yeah. And there might even be 22. Because I
have
think
two
we
gnomes?
forgot to fill one. Yeah. Okay.
That's all, folks. Please like this video, comment below, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.